Hello, it's Luke here from the Custard TV podcast. Another podcast this week that I'm not in. I know. Compose yourselves. It's a weird one, this, because it starts with Matt and Gary meeting for the first time in the pub, and then they recorded the podcast without me, and the audio is not that great because of the software they were using, so you might have to turn your headphones up. But first, let's join them in the pub.
Right, this is very much a test, but this is a live from the pub version of the podcast, featuring me, Gary from the south, and
Never heard of him before.
Never heard of. So yeah, you can do the insert. So me, Gary.
I've never heard of him before.
And
Matt.
I can't remember what you. Oh, you're professional. That's it. You're a professional. So we're actually meeting for the very first time.
Yes, in the flesh.
Only
taken 4 years.
Only taken 4 years. Cheers. There you are, to prove that we're in a pub, surrounded by people eating dinner and people who have probably been here since 7 a.m. this morning.
I should think so.
Yeah, but not going to say that too loudly in case any of them hear me. Not here, conspicuous by his absence, is Luke.
Who is incognito. We don't know where he is.
Oh, we don't know where he is. We've tried to contact him, but so Luke, if you're listening, let us know you're okay. What did you do this morning, Matt? Where did you go?
I went to the
Oh no, hold on. Matt's been to another screening.
I've been to another screening. I've also signed an embargo, so I can't talk about it very much, but it's the Call the Midwife Christmas special.
Actually signed an embargo?
Yes.
Wow.
You do that at quite a lot of screenings, actually. I think Cold Feet had to sign an embargo.
I've never been to one. I was part of the cast at Endeavour, so I didn't have to do that.
Yeah,
so.
you knew what was going to happen.
Well, yeah, I was in the show, so...
It's the Christmas special. We'll be able to talk about it more, I think, next week, after Monday.
Right. So not the next podcast you'll hear, the one after that. This will probably
we'll do a Call the Midwife special, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's a whole thing about what they do and what I'm not allowed to talk about, even though I've not signed an embargo.
No. There is one thing that they told us we're not allowed to talk about even after the embargo's lifted, because there's a thing
so
they want to be a surprise for everyone watching Christmas.
Is it Doctor Who invading?
Yes.
Oh, okay,
It's
cool.
a secret Doctor Who episode. It's finally that Called the Midwife Doctor Who crossover that you've been waiting for.
Indeed. Would be good, because then Charlotte Ritchie could become the new assistant.
Well, maybe if what's-his-name McGann ever left, they need a new Doctor.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point. And of course, McGann
Paul McGann
was a Doctor.
Yeah, but not this one, I don't think.
No, not this
I'm not sure which one it is in.
No, it's the other
Stephen.
one. Stephen, yeah.
Or Joe. One of them.
A. McGann.
Who was in the upper hand? Which one was it?
Yes, A. McGann. God, the upper hand. Talk about me doing cultural references from the 90s.
I know, yeah.
What next? 2.5 children?
2.4 children.
2.4. I'm thinking of 2.5 men.
That wasn't him and 2.5. That'd be 2.5 children.
Oh, it would be. Yeah, that's right. 2.5 children. So. This evening you're going to something else that you probably can't talk about.
Well, no, if I haven't signed anything yet. It's no offence. The Channel 4 comedy drama. Well, he's just being the comedy. The Channel 4 comedy drama with Joe Scanlon. That's tonight at 6:30.
So obviously, by the time you listen to this podcast, Matt will be safely back above the Watford Gap. Although we're not going to say the north anymore, because it's not actually technically in the north.
It's Midlands.
Midlands. And actually North Midlands.
Yes.
The north of the Midlands.
Yes.
So, and I'll be safely back in my South East London flat.
Where are we at the moment?
This is Lee Green.
This is South East London.
This is South East London. This is Lee Green. You're about 5 minutes from Blackheath. You might have heard of that. No. Okay. You're about 5 minutes from Lewisham.
Yeah, sort of. Well, that's where you work.
Well, yeah.
So that's probably why I've heard of it.
There's above our shopping centre in Catford. There's a big cat.
Gary's online delivery has been. Is coming or something for Sainsbury's. It's just popped up as a text.
Oh yeah, that's tomorrow.
Yes.
Yeah.
Between 9 and 10. Yes.
Between 9 and 10 tomorrow. Yes.
Yeah.
I've done my online shopping. Even though any minute now I'm going to go to Sainsbury's.
There you go, folks.
But I don't want to carry loads of things.
Yeah.
And I've forgotten my bag, so I'm going to have to pay 5p for a bag as well.
I hate that when that
I know, and I should have brought one. Because
I got a free tote bag from the Edinburgh Festival that says ITV on it.
Oh, you take that everywhere. Yeah. I've still got my ABC Studios one that I used. So for when I went to that. So you didn't do any interviews this morning?
No, but I was sitting behind the cast. Linda Bassett was there, and Minty.
Did any of them sort of tell you to duck down or stop talking?
They were in front of me.
Oh, they were in front of you.
Yes. So I could have told Linda Bassett to duck down because she's quite tall.
Did you sit next to Sandy Toksvig and not realise it till halfway through?
No,
that was me.
No, I sat next to Luke Evans before now at a screening for The Great Train Robbery.
Oh, right.
And I think I may have fell asleep because it was quite warm. It was quite warm in the cinema. It was quite dark.
And it was 2 hours long, wasn't it?
Yeah, we had both there. We had 4 hours. We had both episodes. No, I think it was 2 hours and a half, so we had 3 hours.
Did they at least give you something to keep you awake in between?
No. Well, I think we might have had some popcorn, but that's about it, no
right.
drinks or anything.
Did you get any food at this one, this midwife
I
one?
was a bit late coming. I think they did have coffees and teas.
Right. Well, of course, it being called the midwife.
Yes.
No hot waters and towels on the sandbar. Yeah.
And possibly, they usually have like croissants or something in those morning ones. I just got there on time at 10 o'clock.
Right.
And then we had to wait, like, it didn't start till about 10:15. I was rushing up them escalators at the tube stations and stuff. Because I got in at about 25 to 10.
The best one I ever went to was the ABC one, where we weren't even allowed to tweet where we were.
Is that the O2?
No. That was in the one at Hotel Victoria.
Yeah, the ABC was the one where you were wearing your Game of Thrones t-shirt.
Yeah, that's right. Yes.
And they didn't believe that you were.
They didn't believe. Yeah, that's it.
They thought you were just some random.
Random. What did they do? No, and I went, no. And they actually interviewed me, but I've never seen the interview, even though they said it would be on their website, but it never was.
They always say that. This will go on the internet sometimes. We've
heard
that before.
But I did get to meet Hayley Atwell.
Yeah.
And the bloke out of the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. And a couple of people.
Greg?
Yeah, and a couple of people out of How to Get Away with Murder. So Hayley Atwell was very, very nice in real life.
She seems nice. Yeah. So no offence this evening. I think Joanna Scanlon will be there. And
right.
Fingers crossed. Will Mellor is there.
Maybe you can ask him for some sort of psychic reading, like he did in Broadchurch.
I have so far met 2 of the 5 members of 2 Pints of Log in the packet.
Have you? Which 2?
Well, Sheridan Smith, obviously. I've seen her about 4 or 5 times.
Oh, okay.
And also
you and Sheridan, just like
me and Sheridan.
If I say just like that, that's not very good for podcast. Well, I'm doing that kind of cross fingers thing.
And Natalie Casey, actually, not at a screening. Cassidy.
Casey, you're right. I'm
Cassidy
wrong.
is Sonia.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. At a quiz that I attended in Wolverhampton, she was just randomly there on a team.
Was she a quiz question as well?
No, because it was all about like the best of the year that had just gone, probably 2013.
Oh gosh, yeah, and she wasn't.
And
relevant.
she hadn't been on anything since about 2008.
She probably turn up on a
she's actually
Ordinary Lives.
She does do the
weather on Northland.
No. She does the voiceovers for Dinner Date, ITVB's Dinner Date.
Oh, ITVB. There's a channel that no one has ever admitted to watching sober.
Why do you drunk watch ITV?
I don't get drunk. As you can testify, I did not order You're the one who's ordered. Well, you've hardly ordered an alcoholic drink. I mean, it is alcoholic.
Yeah, 4%.
4%. So later on in London, if you see a drunken northerner
they'll
walking
probably
around,
have beers and stuff. It's Channel 4 tonight.
They'll probably drugs as well. I would imagine.
They'll give us drugs and then they'll see how we react.
Yeah,
to
that's
them.
it. Yeah, you'll probably be
there with Jon Snow.
Although, to be fair, if it was Channel 5, it would probably be prostitutes.
Or benefits.
One of the two.
Although if they bought us prostitutes, then we'd have to pay, and if they couldn't pay, they'd take them away.
Yeah.
That's on Channel 5.
And then but you could just show your benefit card. So, this rambling was brought to you by alcohol and Pepsi Max. Bye-bye. Say goodbye, Matt.
Goodbye, Matt.
Gary.
I'd never heard of him before today.
And Matt.
He's a professional.
Talking telly.
Try it, just for 1 week. Just try the program for 1 week.
This is the Custard TV Podcast.
You've got a Matt and Gary heavy podcast, what with the clip at the beginning and us being on this without Luke.
Yeah. But trust us, dear listener, Luke will be back very soon, we promise. Both of you fans of Luke.
Yeah.
Maybe 3, I don't know.
His parents.
His parents and his sister, yeah.
So we've got a couple of renewals to talk about. I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here, which is still on, has been renewed for 3 more years.
A long time for them to be out there, isn't it?
Up to 2019 at the
yes.
moment. And talking of a long time in the future, Called the Midwife will be on with us from 2020. Writer-creator Heidi Thomas has just signed another 3-year deal on top of the deal for the next series, which starts in January. So that means 4 series of Called the Midwife we've got to come.
And various Christmas specials, I would imagine, as well, you know.
Something I'm sure a lot of people will throw a lot of fuss up about. The National Lottery is moving to iPlayer in 2017. I'd not heard about this. Gary,
well, this was only announced. It was announced by Charlotte Moore that apparently, with the new deal that they've signed with Camelot, mean that they don't have to show it on BBC One with a badly formatted quiz show, probably hosted by Nick Knowles.
I think they'll keep the quiz shows though, because they like having that like game show on a.
Well, I don't know, because without the lottery, the idea is that the quiz show draws in the viewers for the lottery, doesn't it? Or is it supposed to be the other way around?
The lottery is such a small element of that, I think. I don't know if they could do Who Dares Wins or whatever the other ones are. Shane Ritchie does one, doesn't he?
Yeah. And then didn't Dale Winton do one where you kind of make people leave a circle or something? I don't know. I think I only watched it twice.
The ITV have commissioned the Nightly Show, which is a show that's on nightly.
Every night.
Bit like a sort of Daily Show type thing, satirical type thing. Is that what
Yeah.
it's for? David Williams, I believe, is going to be the first guest host.
Yeah, there's going to be a new guest host every week, isn't there? So
Wasn't there a nightly show in America though that was done by one of the guys who was on the Daily Show? I'm sure that's been a thing.
Well, there's a couple of ones. There's a couple of people from the Daily Show. There was one with
the Nightly Show. The Nightly Show.
That is it, Larry. That's it, Larry something. Yeah,
who was
that's been cancelled now.
The senior black correspondent on the Daily Show.
That's been cancelled now.
But the Nightly Show has already been a thing, so I don't know how they managed to get the rights.
So
Gary.
Yeah.
Go West.
Yep, certainly. Two new shows that are both on Netflix. One is a Netflix original called The Expanse. Now, fans of science fiction will be happy to hear that there's kind of a bit of a resurgence of these sort of shows. There's quite a lot of them on Netflix, and this is a sci-fi drama set in the 23rd century. It's set on the backdrop of the fact that Mars, the Earth, and the bits in between are now separate colonies. It's all still humans, although the ones on Mars seem to speak a different language, but they're not alien in that sense. So we're talking about what people would say would be a realistic future, where we've colonised Mars rather than, sort of aliens have invaded. And there's sort of three different storylines, one following a cop who's looking for a missing girl on behalf of his boss. There's also a spaceship that's firstly ignored and now is following up a distress call from an abandoned ship. There's also some political intrigue back on Earth, so there's a little bit of everything. There's a little bit of Firefly on it. You've got some rebels and some, people like that on the run causing trouble. And it's okay. I mean, it's slow and it doesn't explain too much. What I've just explained to you there is probably better than the way the show explains it, and we all know that's strange for me.
Yeah.
If you like sci-fi, I think you'll like this, and I will carry on and watch the other episodes. There is a second series in America, so but we're only getting one series at the moment on Netflix. The other is a USA Network show called Shooter. This stars film star Ryan Felipe, and he plays a sniper or a shooter. He's retired or resting from the active duty in Iraq. He's at home. He's in the woods. He's just still hunting. The first opening scene is him getting some bad hunters out of the way so that he kills a wolf humanely and they try and kill the wolf inhumanely, and he teaches them a lesson. Kind of like Jack Bauer style.
Yeah. Well, that was a cougar, wasn't it, with Kim?
That's right. Yes, Kim was a cougar. I didn't know that. I thought she was young. There's a lot of FBI versus Secret Service stuff in there. There's also a link to a plot to assassinate the president. I lasted the first episode, but I won't be going back to this because, as I will come on to later, it's very got much like a Homeland type feel, and I'm already watching Homeland. Also, Ryan Felipe is just dead behind the eyes as far as I'm concerned. The guy can't act. He hasn't got an emotion that you can show other than brooding.
Thing that I recognise on here was 2011's The Lincoln Lawyer with Matthew McConaughey.
Oh yeah, and he was. That's right. Yeah.
Since then, he's been in a lot of direct to VOD and direct to DVD things, including Set Up, Straight A's, Reclaim, and Catch Hell.
Well, if you've seen all four of them, then I could only suggest you get out more. So, yeah, one recommendation on The Expanse, one not really for Shooter. There are a couple more new programs, mostly on Amazon, that I'll be watching over the next few weeks. Shows like Startup, Goliath, Braindead, and The Path we'll all get a look at. Right, now on to the reviews with Matt in the North.
Hang on. Hang your little horses there, Gary.
What's officially known as Jump the Gun.
On Netflix for me, currently actually paused on Netflix for me, is the
revival of Gilmore Girls, which came on yesterday. 4 episodes of 90 minutes, one for each season. I've already watched winter and spring, and I'm currently about halfway through summer. As I said, it's like the revival. The original creators, Amy Sherman